Hello and welcome to Magical Marker, a game of Dungeons and Dragons and Drawings. We're a bunch of cartoonists and illustrators who won't just be playing the game, but doodling what happens along the way. Let's introduce our cast. Let's start off with Priscilla.
Hey, I'm Priscilla. I play Isburiel, the slightly trash bard. It's much too snobby for his own good.
Let's take it next to Boya.
Hello, my name is Boya, and I am playing a character named Bug. He is a bugbear warlock.
And let's go over to Caitlin.
I'm Caitlin. I play Zip. She's a drow fighter trash bag.
And Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Swell. He's a 15-year-old Water Ganassi cleric who swings a big old warhammer around. He's a very chill guy, though.
And I'll be your Dungeon Mancer, Brian. To recap what's happened so far in our last couple episodes, the apprentice heroes were brought by their masters to the castle of Flarg Five Wands, where the adults had a reunion and the kids were pushed into bonding exercises with Flarg's ward, a gargoyle sorcerer named Malkin Sharkshadow. While the kids were learning to work together, with not-so-excellent results, the castle was attacked by 3 titans, huge creatures that live underground in the world of Haelon. Occasionally, these monsters wake and wreak havoc on the surface world, but these 3 had already been killed by the kids' masters. They shouldn't be back. Malkin opened a gateway for the apprentices to flee to get more help, but the gargoyle was killed by falling debris as the gate was closing. The kids, unsure if this was just another test, found themselves moved from a frozen landscape to a dark lava tunnel. Here, in the tomb of King Maevo, the heroes were nearly killed by animated mummified hands that clawed at their flesh. Bloody but safe, the heroes explored the next tomb room to find a fruit-based wordplay puzzle. Stone statues punished a few wrong answers, but the group gray-mattered their way through a solution that opened a secret trapdoor. The Hall of Mirrors beneath it led through a simple maze to a large room where the mirrors cracked and shattered into a swirling mass of shards. All of the heroes, save Isubriel and Boxy, saw dark futures for themselves, having failed in their quests to become heroes, but they shook off the fear and defeated this sharp foe. And Zip shattered the last bit of energy from it, raining down glass on the party. Beyond the creature was a door carved with an ear, ready to receive praise for the vain King Maevo. Each kid found something nice to say that opened the way forward, and what's behind that door is where we're going to pick up today. But before we get to that, I'm going to show an image that Caitlin drew over the week of Zip smashing that glass mirror construct into pieces. I thought that was super cool. I love the idea of all of it raining down and just leaving little nicks.
Yeah. And there's the dancing lights behind me.
Ah.
If you're wondering.
I thought it might have been the souls leaving or something, but it makes sense. There are dancing lights in the room, which is why you're able to see my description. Still cut up and out of breath from the recent fight, you guys did not get your short rest in because you jumped right at the puzzle. The heroes peer into a room made out to look like the bedroom of a king. The walls are painted to resemble windows that look out on the jungle canopy. In the center of the room is a stone sarcophagus, but what draws your immediate attention is a boxy-sized box that is slowly rolling, flip-flopping around the floor.
Is it Boxy?
Yeah, I tried to look and see if it's Boxy is still where he is.
Boxy is looking at it puzzled.
Does this box have a face on it?
This box does not have a face on it. Not that you can see from the doorway anyways.
Did Boxy, multiply? Did he, just split in 2 or something? What's going on?
Do boxes multiply? I suppose right now is not the right time to be asking questions about how boxes breed, but
I'm gonna turn to Boxy and say, Boxy, do you know that other box?
Is there a pattern to its rolling? Or is it kind of random?
Do an insight check.
Insight, okay. Insight. Activate. 17.
The closest thing that you can think of, having been a surfer dude who spends a lot of time out on the beach, is kind of like a fish flopping around out of water. And it's a very organic pattern to its movement rather than, it doesn't seem to be some sort of wind-up construct.
Okay. Is it like flipping on its side, like all sides, or?
Yep.
Okay.
You can, at this point, because you've sort of investigated it a little bit, you can see that there is a lock attached to the front of it and has a maze pattern around the outside of it that sort of matches the maze aesthetic of this place. Priscilla, you had something?
Can I have, what's his name? Abel, the unseen servant, go over and pick it up?
Certainly. So your unseen servant
Abel!
floats into the room, walks over, and picks up this box. At which point, you start hearing a from inside the box.
Is the box shaking while that noise is happening?
A little bit.
Who's
Wait,
there?
you said there was a lock on the box?
There's a lock on the box.
And sorry, did you say there was like a pattern on the box as well?
Yeah, it looks like mazes.
Is there anything else of note in this room?
Yeah, there's a pedestal, and if you go into the room and have a look around, you can see that most of what's in this room is just fake. It's just been painted on the walls to represent. So it's like, is that a plant over there? No, that's a painting of a plant. Is that a, tapestry? No, it's a painting of a tapestry. So it's like a painting of another piece of artwork. So the only things that seemed real are this box, this pedestal, and the sarcophagus, all of which have a maze motif. And as you get closer to the pedestal, you can see near the floor, on the floor, there's a key.
Oh.
Where is the sarcophagus located in relation?
Pretty much in the dead center of the room.
And the pedestal's just like next to it?
It's probably about 5 feet away from it.
Does the sarcophagus have any writing or anything around it?
Yes, it does. It is written in common, and it says, "Here lies King Maevo, the beautiful."
Man himself.
Wait, is that the guy that we were praising before?
Mm-hmm.
It was.
What do you think are the odds that we're gonna have to fight King Maevo? We good?
No, we're friends now. We just all gave him compliments outside, and I'm pretty sure we're cool.
Pretty
I
good.
don't know. I think I could take him.
I think the odds are pretty good that we would have to fight him.
You can assess each other's level of damage at this point. Is anybody under half hit points?
We all took a short rest, right?
Yes.
No, you did not.
We did not.
We did not?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
You said there was a bed in this room, right?
A sarcophagus?
No.
Yeah, it's painted like it's a bedroom.
Oh, okay. I thought you said there was a bed.
There's a painted bed on the wall.
Okay.
So it's,
I'm gonna lay down next to that, right up against the corner, and just be like, I'm just gonna take a breather.
Yeah, didn't we? I thought I mentioned wanting to take a short rest last time before
We
moved
did,
on.
but then I think
We didn't actually take
Bug
it.
went and investigated that. Yeah.
yeah, there was like, I'm going to open the door, go check out the door while you guys are resting. Okay, well, I'm going to go to the door too. Oh, I'm going to go to the door too. And so you guys sort of skipped ahead.
Okay, well, maybe we should rest before
Does resting
We-
heal?
open
Us?
any sarcophaguses.
When
Yeah,
you take
if
a rest in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, you, as a warlock, will get your spells back. You can click the button short rest on your character, and you're allowed to spend what are called hit dice. So I believe your hit dice would be a D8, so it would roll a D8 for you, and you would heal that many hit points, plus your constitution modifier.
I don't think the
Yeah.
Indian Beyond rolls it for you, but
Pardon?
I don't think the Indian Beyond rolls it for you.
Okay.
Unless they change that, but yeah.
No, you would roll it, but
Yeah.
you have to mark off that you're doing your short rest you use your hit dice and then mark off your short rest. Or
Okay.
I don't know which order it works in. I don't use D&D Beyond as the dungeon master.
I guess.
They have a checkbox to say that you've used it for the day.
Yeah, but
would hit it.
I don't know how we would roll our hit die.
Just roll the hit die and add it back to your HP.
Oh, okay.
Like you can't
Just
do
roll
it
a
on a
D8.
sheet.
I mean, you could.
Oh, a D8.
Yes. You can do it from the
Okay.
die in the
Sweet.
lower left hand corner. Or just
So
if
are
it's-
we all taking a rest? What is this? Do we
I don't
decide to
actually
do
get anything back from it, right? But I think the rest of you would. So
Other than health,
yeah.
I don't have any of my spells yet. I'd have to do a long rest to get them.
I get my second wind back after a short rest, which would be good.
Yeah, because I
Because
think
that
we're low on
keeps me-
potions at this point too.
Yeah.
And I don't have any more spells, so
Okay. I am back to max, which is good. I have no way of tracking how many hit die I've used.
Well, first level, you should only have one. So
That's true. That's very, very true. It's something I overlooked because I'm not used to playing first level character.
on the sheet, if you click short rest, it brings up a little sidebar,
Okay.
and then they have they have checkboxes underneath.
Oh, I see. So it just
But then-
tells you. Right.
But then it says hit die 1d8, but it doesn't roll for you. Like I would roll separately and then
Yep.
add it. Okay.
Unless they've changed that since the last time I saw. But
Is this box still going buck wild?
yeah, it's still nothing.
it's done. It's been doing more tapping while you're hanging out and resting.
While they're resting, since I'm not getting anything back from resting, I will, I guess, just investigate this area.
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
I got 3 health back, by the way. So
Nice.
I'm back to 8.
And
10 for your investigation.
yeah,
You don't discover anything particularly interesting other than the keys probably works. The key is probably for the not sarcophagus, but the box.
at some point the box probably just drops from the unseen servant's hands because the time runs out, and so I'll just start.
So the box stops with its tapping after a while, and then like they slow down and then eventually stop. But if they get dropped on the floor, then it starts flip-flopping around again and knocking, and there's noises and stuff from inside the box.
It's like, yeah, man, we know you're in there. Just like chill for a minute, all right?
Just give us a sec. We gotta rest.
And that was, I guess, in common. And there's no response.
The box seems to settle down a bit.
Okay.
I will, I guess, go back and recast Unseen Servant.
Okay. 10 minutes later, you will have another
Yeah.
scene servant.
I'm gonna listen to my music pod while I'm resting.
All right, what sort of music are you listening to?
I'm listening to the rock music that I like.
Was it the Smash Brothers?
Yeah, but not this. I'm not listening to the Smash Brothers right now.
Okay.
I'm listening to the
Another.
a different. I'm listening to what?
My Magical Romance.
Sure. I'm listening to My Magical Romance.
Alchemical Romance.
Zilla, you can have inspiration for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's good. Alchemical romance. I'm trying to give out inspiration more often. You, as players, should remember you can always ask for inspiration for another party member. Like, oh, that was such a clever thing. And you should give them inspiration, because I sometimes forget.
So if nothing jumps out at us over this hour.
Yeah, over an hour,
Okay.
nothing happens. But I would like you guys just to take a moment because your characters an hour ago, or an hour and a half ago, had all just met each other for the first time and were feeling pretty safe inside of a snowy castle, and you just saw reflections of yourselves dead after fighting a monster that was cutting you up. How are you guys feeling? What are you thinking about? Do any of you want to address any of that to each other? And it's fine if you all want to say, no, I don't want to really talk about it, but I thought I'd just open it up as a moment.
Heck no, if Buria is not in any place, mental space right now to be confessing weaknesses to people he's just met.
I've got to be honest with everyone. If this is a test, it's a pretty mean test. Like we nearly died back there. I nearly died. That's some pretty bad vibes, man. Like,
Well, if it is a test, then clearly you're not doing very well. So I don't know. Maybe you should try harder.
well, I mean, I'm doing pretty good. You guys
Well, you
would
said
probably be
yourself
dead
that
if
you
it
nearly
wasn't for me.
died.
Yeah, but I didn't. That's the thing. But I nearly did.
Well, maybe
Like-
next time you should not nearly die.
I agree with Swell. Like, they invited us here, and we were just eating, and what happened? All of a sudden, we had to go through this, like, portal and these different riddles and monsters. We didn't sign up for this.
You totally signed up for this. Like, what do you think you're going to become a Titan Slayer? Just, overnight,
thought-
with no effort whatsoever? It's
I
ridiculous.
thought it was just I thought it was a banquet. I thought I was just getting food.
It's never just a
I
banquet.
thought it was just a party.
It's never just a party. You've always got to pay a price for anything that you want. So just
It does seem uncharacteristically convoluted for my mentor.
Osprey would never do this to me, man. Like, she would never ever do this. Like, that's not who she is.
maybe that's why you nearly died before.
I mean, she trained me pretty well. Like,
Yeah. Do you think that these are?
But it could be
Is
something
this a
that
test?
is given by all of the mentals. So if it sounds like Drow Girl's mental over here is of a crueler sort. So maybe if all of them were of the similar minds, your kind of master would have been overruled.
well, what is your master like? Would they send you into a dungeon without any, like, thought or preparation? Just hey, go have fun, go play. Like,
Wouldn't put it beyond her, but it is a bit uncharacteristic. That said, she did emphasize being ready at any moment, hence why I still have all the packs and everything.
Yeah, maybe this
And
is
it
just
wasn't-
Titus's trial, because this is totally the thing that he does to me all the time.
so we should blame Titus for this, really.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, you can blame him or you can thank him, when you become a Titan Slayer.
Let's have grander ambitions than that.
I think we should just plan to survive this, because this is pretty rough.
It would be nice to get back to a room that has some actual luxuries, not merely painted ones.
We're sitting in a room with a dead guy. There's a dead guy in that box, and that's weird. That's really weird.
Question then for Swell, if you're saying that. Do you think you've ever done any sort of funerary rites for Sunder, your god?
Yeah, it would have been like work though. Like, it would have been part of like a ritual instead of just like chilling in a room with a dead guy. Like, it's not something that Swell would do just frequently. Maybe Zip has, being all emo and stuff.
I don't hang out with dead guys.
But yeah, Swell doesn't make a habit of hanging out with dead people.
Ooh, are you scared of a corpse? Scared of a dead person?
I mean, we just fought like undead hands, and
This one should only have two.
that was a little bit freaky, but like we did it. And I've been around death. I've seen it. I've performed the funerary rites for like people like come to the temple or bring their loved ones to the temple and stuff. But I've never just like sat in a room having a rest while there's a guy in a coffin. I'm not just like eating food, hanging
Well,
out.
I can almost guarantee that what's in that sarcophagus is not going to be totally dead. We're definitely going to have to fight something.
Right.
So maybe that will give you some solace.
Also, seeing as I see no other doors around here, I think our way out might have to be through,
I think you're right.
unless there is a hidden catch or something somewhere.
So what's our plan? What shall we do?
I'm just going to interject with Boxy has been going over and approaching the box, sort of getting up close to it and smelling it, and backing away and coming over close to it, and it flips over, and Boxy flips over with it and is trying to imitate it, and is trying to figure out what's going on with this box, and is still very puzzled by it.
Puzzled by the puzzle box.
There you go.
Boxy, I go over to Boxy. I'm like, Boxy, do you think we should open this box? You think it's safe? I mean, what else are we gonna do, right? You said there was a key on the floor?
Yeah, I think somebody's picked it up probably by now. Did Islurio pick it up?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Islurio or an unseen servant's probably carrying it for Islurio.
Box in
Do
one
we want
hand.
to try? Do we want to go ahead and open the box?
Is everyone rested?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're done with ours.
Okay.
I'll hold it down if you want. I'm gonna try and like jump on the box and hold it down so it stops flopping around.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't moving at this particular moment, but you're holding it steady in case it does start to move.
And I let the unseen servant open the chest.
There's a clicking noise, and there's a push from the chest to try, like, you can feel it pushing against you, Zip.
Like it's opening from the top?
Yeah, like it's something, whatever's inside is maybe trying to get out, but you're holding it down, right?
I'm kind of like holding it on the sides.
On the sides? Okay. Okay, so then it pops open, and popping up is a young woman's hand. Very thin, fine features, brown skin, and it goes like this.
Does somebody have some
okay.
paper?
All right, yeah. I think
pull
I've
out.
got some.
Yeah, I've got an ink and paper.
What do I have?
Okay,
Or an ink pen.
No, I don't.
you guys get the ink and the pen, and it starts writing. It says, "Oh, thank goodness for saving me. You guys are... Oh, I've been in here for so long. You guys are the best. Hi,
But who
my
are
name's
you?
Sutran.
Stutran.
What are you doing in the box?
King Maevo put me in here, and I got buried with him, I guess.
Wait, so she's writing all of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
If this was a comic, I think the word balloon would be, there'd be like a word balloon coming out. But it would be like on a scroll or something. And the font would be very different, so it would be like a handwritten font.
What's your relationship with the king?
King Maevo was a very handsome fellow who insisted that he have portraits made of himself. And no portrait was good enough for him. No portrait could capture his essence. He tried abstract and realistic. He tried clay, he tried painting, he tried tapestries. And when the artists could not meet their his favor, he cut their hand off and threw it in a box.
So you're the hand of an artist?
Well, not exactly. He finally decided that rather than trying to get an image of him created by an artist, he would try to make one by cloning himself. And so I am a wizard who created a clone of him. And I swear to you, it was perfect. It looked exactly like him. But he insisted that it didn't. It did not do him justice. And in with one sword swing, he slew his doppelganger and cut my hand off. And then my other hand. But he used magic, or he used his other magicians to keep me alive as this hand. I don't know if it's because I was more magical to begin with than the others, but instead of being some sort of crawling claw, I've maintained some sentience. Perhaps
Right,
if
'cause, yeah, we
I
found
could
a
find
box
my
of
other
other
hand.
hands.
if I had my other hand, I'd be able to be free again. I could maybe conjure myself into existence.
Well, why do you need 2 hands to do that?
To cast a lot of spells, you usually need 2 hands. I don't have
Don't
a
you
mouth.
also need like a mouth?
Depends on the spell.
Does what she's saying sound reasonable? From my
You can make
limited understanding.
Would you like to make? Are you asking an Arcana check about her magic, or are you asking a history check about her story about King Maevo?
Or a lie
Oh.
detection check.
Yeah.
Or an insight check just to see whether the hand has a tell. Like, when it's lying,
Is the
there's
handwriting
an
shaky?
upright V, and when it's not, when it's not lying, the V's more open.
They're all the same, but I guess either insight or arcana. Let's go with insight. That seems more in line with this video. 18.
18. You think that it's probably telling you the truth?
A truthful hand.
It goes along with what what you knew about King Maevo, that he was very vain and thought very much about his appearance. So that part, like, that makes sense. And the handwriting for that part doesn't seem different than the handwriting for the part that talks about hopefully getting their other hand back to magic themselves back into existence.
Do you have any idea where your other hand might be?
He sent it off, and I've heard 2 different people talking about it. And one thought it was sent to the hags who run the Bloodroot Covenant, and another person thought he gave it to the dragons and Dragonside, and one of them has it in their treasure hoard. But I know it's far away from here.
So there is no easy answer for you here.
No.
In this. Do you know where you are right now?
No.
This.
It feels warm. So maybe we're near Dragonside. But
How much can you tell anyway? Like, I assume you have some sort of sense to see what's around you. Or
yeah, I
you
have
not see.
a blind sight, I guess, is what you would call it in a Arcana sense.
I'm curious. How is the hand cut off? Is it a clean cut? Do we see bones? Like,
Yeah, it's a clean cut.
is it covered by skin, like the nub?
No, it has not healed.
So we
over.
see the meat cross section.
Yeah, I mean, let's not try and get too gross here.
The warlock is like the bugbear warlock is like, meat bodies.
Just never seen anything like it, so I'm just trying to focus on the distracted by the physical appearance.
Well, does any of these stuff in this room sound familiar or look familiar to you? And kind of describe the visual of things. Since when?
It sounds like they've recreated King Maevo's bedroom.
With the sarcophagus?
It sounds like they have a sarcophagus where
With
they would have had their meeting table.
Oh,
Wait,
Well-
sorry, who recreated it?
I'm assuming that it was the Mausoleum Modrons.
Right.
They make these tombs for dead people, famous dead people, for death.
Oh, right.
Yes, the minions of death.
Right.
So is the actual king's corpse under the in the sarcophagus?
I wouldn't know. I can't. My blind sight doesn't allow me to see through objects. I've just been stuck in this box for what feels like way too long.
Well,
So
it
can
does
you
not seem
do like any magic at all or not?
Well, I can make myself move around, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
And I've maintained, I hope, my sanity.
But where is your brain?
He's magic. Don't question it too hard.
In the magic realm. Okay. Should we try opening the? Is that like a lid?
Unless anyone else can find another way out of here. I took a look, but I do not see anything that might suggest a secret passage or anything of the sort.
Let's just open everything we see, and that seemed to work with the fruit puzzle.
Zip, you want to give me a hand with this?
Sure. I'm gonna toss the box away and get up.
I'm gonna cast an illusion of like a kind of piece of rubble and just hide behind it while they.
Okay.
I'm just like peeking around the edge.
When I toss the box aside, does the hand go with it, or is the hand now outside of the box?
Hands outside of the box.
And it's like scurrying around?
It was in the middle of drawing this mausoleum modron.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, then it starts scurrying away.
Can probably carry the hand. Sutran, what's her name?
Sutran. Sutran.
Okay.
Was there anything else in the box, or was it just?
It's just the hand.
Okay.
I'll have the servant come next to me with, all the equipment and the paper and the ink bottles and cap it up. Sutran can write on him too. If she's
so the two strong people or strongish people are going to make a strength check. Whoever wants to make the check can make it with advantage because there are two people helping.
So
I'll make the check.
Whose muscles are bigger, in fact?
I'm pretty sure my muscles are bigger.
I mean, you say that, but you say that you're good about a lot of things, so...
Okay, well, let's wrestle for it.
Alright, so our hands go up
you
on
just both pick up the thing instead of wrestling right now.
Shush. We need to settle this once and for all.
All
Are
right.
my muscles big, too?
No, beyond.
Actually, Bug, you're
You
pretty
don't
strong,
even enter
actually.
into this.
Bug's pretty strong, too, isn't he?
I don't know.
This isn't for little kids. Get out of here.
He's definitely much. He can actually probably lift much more.
He's
than
probably
any of us.
taller than all of us. And he's 8. Sorry, Brian, what would
I
you
think that this is rather than making you roll a strength check, I'm just going to ask you what your modifiers are, and whoever's got the higher modifier wins.
+5.
Plus,
Oh, yeah.
plus 3. I
So
still
I'm
want to
like,
roll.
It's not fast. It's not fast, but it's also not slow.
The slow descent of doom.
All right, you happy? Can we do the thing?
I won't be happy till we get out of here, man, but sure, let's do it.
You ready to fight a dead guy?
Are you?
I'm always ready to fight a dead guy.
I bet there's no
Can
way.
I ready?
Can you what?
So ready is something that you can do with a reaction to act on a trigger. If something happens before the next turn to trigger it, then you can whatever action you have prepared will go off at that time. So I would right now want to, if I can, ready a cantrip to go off if I see something come out and attack us.
What's the cantrip?
Vicious mockery.
All right. You're ready to viciously mock King Maevo,
Whatever that
his
comes out.
animated corpse.
You can undo all that good work we just did. We built up such a good rapport.
If he attacks.
Oh, okay, okay.
Not if he just comes out.
But how do you know he attacks? Like if he
I don't.
is
So
like
it's a
if he
if
extends the
condition.
hand to shake your hand, and you read that as attack.
Yep.
What qualifies as an attack?
She'll have to tell. I'll describe it, and then she'll say, like, oh, then my spell goes off.
Okay.
As in
I
how
see.
hair triggers during Ellis.
So, you guys now, Caitlin, do you want to do a strength check for Zip with advantage because you have help from your less muscly companion?
That is 24.
Easily, you just like lift it straight up. And
I also put my hand was also on it, so I'm like I also helped.
and the smell is not nice. It is the smell of a mummified body that has just been stuffed in a sarcophagus for decades probably. And yeah, it smells bad, but there's no movement. What you see is a tall minotaur, almost 8 feet tall, and it's holding a square or rectangular hand mirror, which, not surprisingly, has a maze motif to it.
Wait, like inside, or where is this minotaur?
Lying down in the sarcophagus.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of looks like this.
Wait, what is that? The mirror? Oh.
Yeah.
So he could look upon himself for all eternity, I guess.
Is this a minotaur skeleton or
Yes.
just a okay? So no longer.
Well, it seems like it's been preserved better than just a regular skeleton.
It's full on mummy.
Somewhere between a skeleton and a mummy.
What? When nothing comes out, I kind of mince up and looks like he has not aged well.
What do you see? Do we see anything in the mirror? Is it a normal mirror?
Yeah, looking in, you see yourselves looking back.
Oh, okay. I didn't look in because I was scared. I'm scared of mirrors now. Not trauma.
I'll look into it. Do I just see my regular self, or?
You see your regular self.
Okay.
Is there anything else in the sarcophagus?
You don't spot anything else.
I'm gonna grab the mirror.
All right. You now have a mirror.
Cool. Is he wearing any other clothes or have any other keys, pouches? Search.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Can I snatch the mirror off Zip real quick?
Not if you're too slow.
Oh, Niels needs to do these investigation checks other than me. I've been sucking at everyone. 6.
6?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple other pieces of jewelry. There's some golden rings on his horns, not on his fingers.
Wait, on his horns?
He's got 4 golden rings, horn rings.
I'm doing a wisdom check. I rolled a 6 on that, so I'm going to reach over and try and pull off the jewelry on his horns.
All right, you have 4 golden rings.
Can I look to see, can we see the underside of the sarcophagus lid?
Yeah, sure.
Is there anything on it?
No. And I forgot something as the dungeon master. Caitlin, when you picked up the mirror, you heard a low rumbling coming from somewhere else in the crypt.
Oh.
From where? Somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Zip. Can I just see it real quick? I just wanna see something.
I'll just hold it up to you and be like, you can look, but you can't touch.
Just seriously, just hand it here. I'll give it straight back to you.
Why? What do you want to do with it?
just trust me, okay?
I don't trust you.
Well, then
Okay.
trust me to
Okay.
give it back to you.
Still no.
All right, I'll grab
Zip,
your hand
zip.
and then I'll look in it, and I'll use the mirror and direct the hand to look at the paintings around the room through the mirror.
Okay. How are you going to react to that being done, Zip?
I'm going to I'm going to blush slightly.
Okay.
Humanoid
you look
contact.
You look through the mirror and you do not see anything particularly different about the room. Like, there's no surprise.
So, like, the mirror's not showing us like some sort of portal to another dimension out a window. Okay. Oh, okay. I read in a book once that. Yeah. Okay. These are just paintings, and this I think it's just a regular old mirror.
Can we show the mirror to the hand?
Also heard the rumble?
So what was that, Priscilla?
Somebody heard a rumble?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
you
did.
all heard a rumble.
We all heard it.
Yeah.
Can
When I picked up the mirror.
Can I pinpoint where it's coming from?
I guess a perception check.
Hmm.
It was like a one-time thing. It's like another terrible roll. no.
8.
It came from somewhere far, not too far away, but it was like a rumbling that lasted maybe about 6 seconds.
Did anyone
And you're
else
asking,
feel
can you
that?
show the mirror to the hand? And Zip and Swell are currently holding hands in the hand mirror.
I'm gonna realize
Holding the hand.
I'm gonna realize my embarrassment and then like yank it back out of his hand.
Oh, I would have let it go as soon as like I realized that
I'm just-
the walls are just walls.
There's a moment of awkward teen hand holding.
I'm like observing this strange behavior in silence.
Bug's confused.
Yes. The mating rituals of the blue-skinned adolescent.
But
what do you know about it?
Okay, the other hand, the wizard hand, is it just floating around?
Or is it like
it's
walking
sort of-
along?
Yeah, it walks sort of like thing from the Addams family.
Okay. Maybe you think she might know about the mirror or what's
Maybe.
going on? Can have her feel it.
She writes out, says, mirror, yeah, that's probably his magical mirror that made him feel even more beautiful. He looked at it every morning.
Wait,
No, I think it's just a regular mirror.
what about? Should we have Ease look at it? Maybe.
I mean, I don't think I can look any more beautiful than I am right now, but if it makes you feel
I
better
see
about
some
yourself.
similarities. Maybe you gain some power.
He does seem like an abnormal figure. It's a pity, though. Have such a beauty that could not be. That could not
You're
be.
like relating.
Yeah.
I am going to
Related
pick up the
part.
box, and then when we're ready to go, get the hand inside it, so I don't actually have to touch it.
I think if you get the.
The hand doesn't
at the
want to get back in the box.
All right, bag's not carrying the thing.
The hand can. Where does the hand want to be?
The hand's just walking on the floor.
Hand, do you want to join our group?
Sure, until maybe
That's
I
fine.
get a lead on where my hand is.
So it's fun. You can ride on. Which one is this one? Oh, this one's ugly.
Okay. The hand figures out what you're talking about and is riding around on the unseen servant.
Um,
Are you looking at the mirror?
I was,
Are you?
yeah.
The mirror looks pretty much the same to East Burial as well.
Did anyone mention that rumbling to the rest of the party?
I said.
Everyone heard it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did say, like, can anyone tell where that's coming from?
That's probably our way out.
Did it feel like it was coming
Right,
from back
but-
the way we came? Maybe.
I can't tell. That's why I'm
It's
asking.
hard to tell because you guys went through a maze, right?
Right.
Does the maze pattern on the sarcophagus and the mirror match, or does it look like they're like different parts on a maze map or something?
They look like they're probably done by the same, done by different artists, actually. You know, like they don't look like they belong to a similar set.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's a relation or.
No, the ones around the mirror are very fine, and the ones in the sarcophagus are very large.
Did the hand say anything about the maze to
No.
us? Okay, then I'm gonna ask her. Why is this maze motif everywhere?
Minotaurs love mazes.
Minotaur. Wait, where does how does the Minotaur play in?
That's King Maevo. He's a
King
Minotaur.
Maevo's the Minotaur.
Oh my god. Okay, so he has like he's species loves mazes. That's his thing.
It's it's a cultural thing. Some Minotaurs aren't into it, but there's something about the methodical tracing a way through something helps you find yourself, helps you find your way. Knowing your way through a place, through meditation, can be very calming.
So all this is decorative?
I think so.
All right. Well, I guess there's nothing else in this room. Should we
A
head back
last-ditch check of the painted pieces of furniture and see if there's anything there, like a knob on a table or like a post on a button on a bedpost or something.
Do an investigation check.
Does anyone want to help me, or vice
Yeah,
versa?
I'll assist.
Okay.
I'm not very good at it.
I feel
Neither
like
am
somebody
I.
already investigated the paintings.
Oh,
I was looking at them through the mirror, but I wasn't investigating them.
Okay.
I did do an investigation earlier of like the general area. I didn't specifically say the paintings, but if that's the same thing, then
Okay, so for the paintings, what did you roll?
11.
An 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't find anything. Nothing special.
Historian looks really frustrated and says, "Well, it seems strange that we would just have to retrace our steps, but if that is the only way, then that is the only way."
Maybe the rumbling was like the maze changing.
Oh,
Is that a
you're
thing
right.
that mazes do?
Minotaur mazes.
Will we
Most-
have to
yeah.
run through them then?
Well, only way to find out is to go back and see if anything changed. There's no other doors in this room, right?
Right.
All right. I think we should go back. Maybe the maze changed. Maybe it will lead us back to the banquet again.
Now, heroes, run away, run away.
All right, let's go.
Foxy follows you. Sutran stays wherever the invisible servant is.
I'll go in front with my dancing lights.
So you guys make your way back out the way you came. The maze has not changed, the one you just walked through. You have to follow your markings that you made on your way through to find your way back. Doesn't take very long. And you get up into the room with the fruit puzzle, and then you're in the room with the chest where the hands popped out. And the place where you basically teleported in, that there was a wall there, the wall's not there anymore. And you can see it leads into another room. And in this room, you see a bunch of shelves on the wall in which there are buried more Minotaur skeletons.
Do they also have mirrors?
They do not have mirrors. And beyond that is another doorway that is open and a staircase leading up. And there's some light coming from there.
Is there any notation of who these other skeletons are?
Yep. If you go over and get a little closer to them, you will see that there's names listed for each of them. And they're Sutran, when you read them out, Sutran says, "Oh, they were servants of the king, some of his closest companions." And if you want to look at the skeletons, you can do anybody can give me a medicine check.
So the skeletons are on shelves?
Yeah. Did you ever see Indiana Jones and the
Like the Paris
the one where
catacombs.
in the catacombs underneath the
Right.
library?
Let me try to do the medicine check.
Sure.
I'm not too bad at them, except for my roll is. Got a 9.
9. 9 is enough to know that their bones are very broken.
Broken, like that's the way they died, sort of thing.
Yeah, there was something that happened to them that they're like broken into several different spots.
Oh, these bones. I think this is the way they died. They some serious like breakage here in the limbs and the necks and ribs, and man, this one's
When one
head.
knows if this closeness was voluntary or involuntary.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Are they the same in all of the skeletons?
Is what the same?
The breakage, the
They're
Bones
all
are right
broken in multiple places, but every one is slightly different. Like one has a break in the arm here, while the other one has a break in the arm there.
but they all have a break in the arm, for example.
They're almost all of their bones are broken,
Oh, okay.
And they're all
Like they're-
minotaurs.
and they're all minotaur. Actually, no, there's one tabaxi.
One tabaxi.
Yeah.
Okay, the hand
Is that-
the hand that's following us around, is that the hand of a minotaur, or is it a different humanoid?
No, it's a
Oh, it
wizard.
looks like a
A Minotaur
humanoid.
wizard.
What was that?
I was saying it could be a Minotaur wizard.
It's supposed to.
Do minotaurs have different hands than humans?
Minotaur are usually like 7 feet tall
Yeah, way bigger.
and would have
Oh, they're bigger.
probably have a larger hand.
Probably about the same size as bugbears.
Yeah,
It's true.
you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell a bugbear or from a Goliath or a Minotaur necessarily, even though bugbears would probably be hairier. But this is probably closer to the range of a human or elven or something along those lines. At which point I should point out to all of you players know this, but people who are watching won't necessarily know that Haelon, the world we live in, is not human-centric. There are lots of other kingdoms with lots of other people who are not human in this world. So it's not weird to find a whole bunch of Minotaur. It's not. You guys have probably seen 1 or 2 Minotaur walking around wherever you have been in your travels. Wouldn't be, super surprising to see one.
I'm going to ask the hand. The other artists, were they what races were they?
All sorts of different races
Okay.
there came from all over. And if you recall, the hands that came out of the chest, the animated hands, they were from, there's like some that were scaly, like lizard men or dragon folk or whatever, and ones that were small, like a halfling.
Okay. All right. I don't think there's anything we can do with these skeletons.
I agree. I don't know that there is much more to be found out here, and there is a way out. With sunlight, or some kind of light.
I'm gonna put on my my bright sunlight goggles if we're going into somewhere that's brightly lit.
Zip has a set of goggles with dark, smoky crystals that she dons. Then you make your way over to the staircase that leads up, and you guys are feeling like just a wave of heat and humidity coming through. You guys step out into a jungle, a rainforest, and it is incredibly foggy and misty, and you can't see very far. You can't see, like, the sky is filled with clouds. All around you is, maybe you can see 500 feet in front of you, 400 feet at most. But you can see that you're in the side of a large hill or mountain, and you have walked out of that into an area where there's lots of greenery, and for Swell and Zip, the sounds of the birds and the insects are familiar to you, but to Isburiel, who is wearing many layers, probably is starting to feel sweaty and uncomfortable.
Like, immediately pull the collar and pull off the one shoulder cape.
Does this jungle look familiar to me? Like I've been here before? Or does it look like a foreign jungle?
You can do a survival check.
Okay.
Does it look familiar to me?
I got a 20. Dirty 20.
And Swell, you can make a survival check as well.
Okay.
It does not seem like any specific place that you have ever been before, Zip. There are plants and things in it that would lead you to believe that you are most likely in the Rainbow Archipelago.
I got a 7.
Swell, as well, you also don't know like this at all. And yeah, you don't know whether these flowers seem all that familiar or not. You've been paying more attention to other things, I guess.
I'm still freaking out about the hand walking around by itself. Okay. Well then. Who here's been to the archipelago before?
I think I have.
You live there. You live in the archipelago, Zip.
Right. But so this jungle isn't like my home jungle, it's like a jungle from a different island?
You're certain you're not on your home island, because
Right.
you've been over that island so much in all of your, exercises and stuff that, I don't know how big you're imagining your home island being, but
Not
I feel
super
like
big.
you've probably traveled over almost every inch of that island, and
Yeah.
Titus sending you to do all right, let's do the laps 5 times around the island, let's go.
But like I've been to other islands in the Rainbow Archipelago as well.
You've been to a few others, and this does not seem like any of those either.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm from the Rainbow Archipelago.
Yeah.
But I've never been to
Nope.
this jungle before.
And how far away did we travel to go to the big castle?
You would have traveled to halfway across the globe to get there, basically.
Alright, well,
If you think about where you were and where you are now, you're probably must have traveled with your 20 survival check, Zip. You must have traveled west of where you were in the Frosty Lands in the Tririme, because it was dark there, and here it seems like not like getting close to dusk.
Right.
The sun is still able to get through some of this fog or cloud or mist or whatever it is.
I'll look up and say, well, we made it out of the catacomb or the tomb or whatever. Can we go back now?
And if we find our way to the ocean, we can probably find our way back to my island at least.
or my island, like either or, whatever.
Yeah, but
Well, you know we
Maya
could just
probably-
go home.
I mean,
I will take any place that has civilization over this jungle. So.
well, first and foremost, I think we should probably try go back and check on our masters before we go home. But like, we can go somewhere and get on a ship, or find someone that can send us back, or like, find an army. any
Why
of
would
the
they need
above.
us to check on them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Titus is fine. He doesn't need my help.
This is
They are the ones who sent us here, or at least.
yeah. Why would
what's her
they
name?
send us here? Is this? I don't. Is this still a test? I don't feel like this is a test.
As a reminder, the image that you saw when you were traveling through was of a tropical island, but suddenly, as there was more earthquakey shakiness, the image changed, and when you stepped through, it was a completely dark
Yeah.
gateway. And
So
you
yeah,
traveled
that's.
in-
Yeah, we were meant to come here, like at the beginning through the portal, but then went underground. I guess maybe.
It's possible.
But I wonder if our trial actually hasn't even started yet. If this is where we're supposed to
Oh.
be. Anyway, it's great for me because I spend my whole life in the jungle.
Great, then you can find us some shelter and some place to actually sleep and perhaps some decent food.
I'm just gonna like point up to the trees. I mean, we could always camp up there.
You expect me to sleep in a tree.
I don't expect you to do anything. And then I'm gonna start climbing up one of the trees.
Isburiel, Boxy bumps into your heel, and you look down and you see there's on the top of Boxy is a lark's tongue pie.
I kind of stare for a second and then. Thank you, Boxy. I bend down and pick it up and give him a little bit of a pat.
Wait, where did he get that
Smile.
pie from?
I don't ask questions. I don't look gift boxes in the lid.
Some candy appears at the top of the box. It's like sort of a couple things move around, and up pops like a bowl full of candy.
Oh. I'm gonna climb back down the tree and say, Boxy, have you been hoarding this?
Boxy smiles.
I'm gonna take the candy and then I'm gonna kind of pet him a little bit.
All right. He seems to like it.
Is there a potato?
Well then,
No.
which way? So does it look like there's any direction that looks like it would be better than another? I'm probably hopelessly lost here.
Just-
This is completely out of
Just
my
like an open forest.
Yeah, so the question is, do you want to move up the mountainy, hilly thing, directly away from the mountainy, hilly thing, or parallel to the mountainy, hilly thing to the left or the right?
I know if we get up high, we can probably get our bearings.
But if we go away, if it's an island, then the mountain would be at the center, no? And we want to get off the island, so we would need to go to the shore.
But we need to know where we are before we make, because we might start walking one direction, and it's like we could have walked an hour the opposite way, and then there's like water or something.
Mm.
And like, how dense is the canopy
You'll
above
only
us? Is it?
It's the canopy is pretty dense, and you're looking at like it's probably I probably over exaggerated when I said 500 feet. It's probably like more like 100 feet. Like you can see about 10 stories up, and then there's clouds,
Okay.
and there's like light rain.
But so we can see the sky like through the canopy.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can see the clouds through the canopy,
Oh, okay.
but you can't see like a bluish sky or whatever, right?
And we can see that the ground is going up to like a mountain.
Well, there's also not necessarily any saying that if we go up, we will find a place that isn't covered by trees. So perhaps, since you seem to pride yourself on your tree climbing skill, can you climb to one of these and take a look-see?
Yeah, I'll climb up the tree and see if I can get to the top of the canopy and take a look around.
All right. Would you like to give me a athletics check?
Do you want like?
That is a
Let's see.
13.
All right.
I was gonna ask if you wanted like some batons or a rope to help you.
I don't need them. They'll just slow me down.
So you walk over the tree and you hop up like you know what you're doing, and you just climb up. And unfortunately, because of the thickness of the cloud cover, you can't get a good view of anything here. Like it's
And you said
can't
that it's
see
like
very far.
it's like sort of dusk, like it's nearly nighttime.
No, it isn't.
Oh, it's not.
So I'm saying it probably would be, or it would be dark if you were directly south of Flarg Five Wands Castle.
Right.
So you probably are west of Flarg Five Wands Castle in the Rainbow Archipelago, because it's a wide archipelago that goes across
Right.
a lot of space.
So I can't really see much from up in the canopy.
You can see that there's nothing within, a few hundred feet of where you are, basically.
Okay, I'll climb back down and I'll say to the other guys, it's just too foggy. I can't see anything. I don't think going up the mountain is going to change that either, unless we get above the cloud line. But that might be a bit of a... Could I see if the mountain was like going up into the clouds?
Yeah.
Okay. But even if we get above the cloud line, I don't think we'll be able to see much.
Well, is it always this cloudy? If we wait perhaps a day, would it clear up and we can get a better look, or should we just strike out some?
Maybe.
Does it ever get this foggy in the archipelago?
Yeah, you have frequently like what you would consider to be like you don't really have winter. You have the rainy season, right?
Yeah. It's either
And so
hot
you
or
just
wet.
have a lot of clouds coming through, and it will probably pass in a few hours. The clouds will pass by, and the rain will stop. And usually one side of the island will get more rain than the other side.
Right.
Okay.
Can we hear if there are any like streams or anything nearby?
You say streams?
Yeah, like a river or a
Because I heard screams.
Oh,
Yeah.
streams.
Randomly
Streams.
ask, are there streams?
Streams.
Because I thought I would have mentioned that one. Like, also,
Right.
There's an
Yeah, there's
apocalypse
jungle
happening.
animals that like scream.
Always check for screams.
Sudden
There's a
death.
bird in Australia, I swear it sounds like someone being strangled. I can't remember the name of it.
Don't mountain lions also sound like that? Like
Oh,
when
do
they
they?
scream, they sound like screaming women.
Oh my god.
I was one time walking past a couple of raccoons in a tree, and I just couldn't make head or tails of the noise. It sounded like somebody was rewinding a cassette tape that was being eaten by itself. It was just, but also like somehow alive.
Oh,
It was a very strange grouping of sounds. Anyways, you did not see any streams.
What about screams?
You
How
did
about
not
screams?
see or hear any screams either.
I guess at this point, it almost seems there's no thing to do other than pick a direction and hope for the best.
What if it's nearly nighttime as well? Perhaps we can just like...
It's not nearly nighttime.
Oh, it's not? I thought you said it was getting towards dusk.
No, that I said it would be getting towards dusk if you were directly south of Flarg Five Wands.
Oh.
But we are some time zones away.
Yes.
What's
So I guess we're some time zones west.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I misheard.
Well, in my professional jungle opinion, I think that we should head downhill because we'll eventually get to water if we do that.
Downhill. I don't care anymore. I just need direction. And
All right, downhill
start
it
walking.
is. Let's go.
Great. What's the marching order?
I'll go in front.
All right. So we got Zip in front. Who's
I'm
next?
gonna put my squishy self in the middle.
Yeah, I'll be the next middle. Swell complete.
So
I think-
I can pull up the rear. I've got pretty decent AC.
Okay. What was next middle? Second or third?
Third, I guess.
Okay. That's like a halfling second breakfast or something. Next middle.
Next middle, yeah.
So you guys are traveling for a little while, and since you're leading the way, Zip, can you give me another survival check?
Sure. 8.
8. All right. You're traveling along. The bugs are biting. Subriel is very uncomfortable with the Zip and Sweller. They're okay with this. Bug, you're used to a very cold climate, so this is, unusual and uncomfortable kind of for you as well. But you don't have to deal with the biting as much. The insects don't. They seem to be leaving you more alone because they've got the thicker hide and the fur to get through. But Zip, your skin starts to burn. You're feeling just like an itchy pain on your legs, your exposed legs. And you look down and you see you've been it looks like you've been sunburned pink even though you have blue skin. And you look around and you see that there are these flowers that you've never seen before that are bright pink, and you've brushed up against them, and now your leg just feels like it's on fire. It is really painful.
I'm gonna grit my teeth and say, "Stay away from the red flowers. I think they're poisonous."
Mid. Fuck.
Don't touch it, you idiot! I'm gonna try and wash, put some water on my legs to see if it helps.
Water makes it worse.
It makes it worse.
Makes it worse.
Have I seen these flowers in my travels?
You can give me a survival check too then.
Can I, I'm gonna take out a flask
15.
of oil.
Flask of oil, yeah. Okay, and Swell, you have heard of these before.
Okay.
They're called flame flowers.
Ah.
And you don't know much about them other than just don't touch them if you see them.
And no way to deal with it. It's not like a jellyfish sting where if you pee on it you'll be fine sort of thing.
Yeah, you've heard that, yeah.
Okay.
I'm on the ground going
try and to use pour some of the oil over it, which I'm sure will work well with the plant called a flame flower.
Yeah, it's called
the oil actually helps to wipe it off.
The oil, it makes it just a little bit better, but not a lot.
We need to, I think, first of all, submerge your leg in something cold. Put some ice on it, maybe. I've also heard, and listen, totally okay if you don't want to do this, because it's pretty weird, that if you pee on it, it'll help take away the pain. It's like a jellyfish sting, right?
Are you serious?
what are you, some kind of pervert?
No, I mean,
Swallowbaka!
I've never seen them before. This is the first time I've ever seen them.
You're not gonna pee on me.
No, I wouldn't. You would do it yourself.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
No, I would. Fine. You know what? Suffer in it, and I'll start walking away.
Did you try putting water on it?
It made it worse, yeah.
Oh.
And let's see. So the oil helped a little bit. What if I then rub some cloth over the using the edge of my discarded cloak to see if that gets anything off?
You can try that, sure, and give me a medicine check.
Sure. 12.
12. You seem like you're distracting her from the pain and maybe making it, distract. But rubbing the sore seems to be making it spread.
Oh no!
I stopped after when I realized the little inflamed patches that seem to be growing.
Just leave it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Are you on the ground?
I can try
Yeah.
crying on it.
What
What
about
last time,
Sal-
but
You try
what
crying on it? Is that
about,
what you said?
yeah, some flutter, right?
what about saliva? I spit on your leg.
Just putting all sorts of fluids on them.
So
I just-
Ezebriel's crying on me. Bug is spitting on me, and
trying to
Swell
help.
wants to pee on me.
I don't want to pee on you. Jeez. No, I just heard that it can help. Come on. Can you walk?
Yeah, I could walk.
Then
Fine.
get up. Stop
Perhaps
winching.
maybe we should just seem to walk faster and see if there's anything that comes up.
Well, did the saliva help?
No.
No. Okay. Never mind.
Have you ever been stung by a jellyfish? It's the same thing.
Of course I've been stung by jellyfish. This isn't the same. You wouldn't know. Why don't you rub your stupid leg against the flower?
Because I'm not an idiot.
Yes, you are.
Who's the one that's been stung by a flower?
Well, to be fair, you weren't going in the lead.
Yeah, and you're the one who wants to pee on someone. Worst pervert.
All right, children, let's keep moving. There's nothing else that can be done about it. Although, let us know if it gets too much worse or if you can't walk anymore.
Listen, I'm just trying to help, and you're being mean, so you can deal with it.
I can deal with it. I don't need your stupid help.
All right. Zip and Swell, give me another survival check as you guys continue through your home territories.
Another 8.
All right.
Not doing so well with the
6.
whole survival.
All right, you guys. So you're passing by some. You hear like a, and then you hear a little bit later.
Are we suddenly in Jurassic Park?
And you just hear like this sounds like a person whistling, and you realize, oh, it's these flowers, and they're trying to attract like animals that feed on people, like mosquitoes and stuff, in there, because they'll think it's a person, and they'll go over and they'll get caught in the whistling thing. And you guys didn't know about that, and it's a weird thing. And then there's another one as you're traveling along that is like, in like the rain has gone away a little bit. It's passed over you, and you're starting to see, instead of rain, there are bubbles, like just floating in the air, and they seem to be coming out of these plants, and they're making just like a parade of bubbles.
Are they coming towards us?
Dang it.
Some of them are floating, sort of like they're floating on the wind. So, what they're floating, I guess, away from you. The clouds have been traveling over your heads. So you're getting the sort of the tail end of this rainfall. It's sort of petering out, and they're floating sort of in the direction that you're headed along this path that you've been cutting.
Okay. We should probably stay away from them too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get.
Are these bubbles going to sting us too? Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
probably.
How big are they?
They vary in size from sort of baseball to basketball.
That's pretty cool. Swell, do you know anything about these water bubbles? You are a water person.
Do I?
With his survival check, no.
Well, I think it was 15 before that.
I thought it was an 8 on the last check.
7, 15, then 6. 6 was the last one for for navigating. The 15 was for the determine what the fire flowers were.
Yeah, well, I just asked you and Zip to do a check, right? That's what this was for.
Oh, okay.
To see if you'd know what the whistling or the bubbling plants were.
So do they know it?
So,
No.
did you say that the clouds were starting to clear up?
It's starting to thin out a bit. Yeah.
Okay, I might try and climb up the trees again.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get a view.
Fire flowers.
Shut up. I'm gonna say as I climb up the tree.
All right. Give me an athletics
Go
check.
pee on yourself.
I'll pee on the base
Laps
of the
at
tree.
the base of the tree.
Yeah.
24 for the athletics check.
All right. And can you give me a perception check?
Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20. You're hopping up this. What's the total?
22.
22. You're climbing up and you're getting up to the top. And you've never climbed this tree before. You don't know what this tree is. And as you get up there, it opens up these leaves and it goes to grab onto you. And we can roll for initiative. But we'll do that next week.
Oh.
Because it's already
Okay.
9:30, so we're going to call it here that there's a
Okay.
drow-eating tree.
The rest of us are fine though, so we'll just move on.
Yeah, we'll just watch.
They'll just be at the bottom of the tree going like, you got this.
And then they'll spit out a boot.
That somehow manages to roll away from the flaming wreckage.
Thank you for another awesome game. That was really fun. You guys had some really fun character moments there with each other. The holding onto the mirror drawing was fantastic in that moment. And the jellyfish pee.
I really like this forest drawing actually. It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
evocative.
Forest is cute.
You
There's
guys have
multiple
any?
people doing that. No, I started it, but then someone else jumped in.
The beauty of something like this.
Are these the
anybody-
evil fire flowers?
That was one of your favorites? Is that what you're saying?
These pink ones, are they the evil fire flowers?
Oh, the ones in the front? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was some foreshadowing.
Yeah, I was going to ask
Brandon.
about them, but then I was like, nah, they'll come up in a second, I think.
I also like drawing, the animation thing where you draw something in the extreme foreground, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great depth.
Give it some layers. We got a nice like foreground, midground, background going on.
We know what we're doing.
Sometimes. Or at least we can
Sometimes.
act like it.
I love all the drawings of Bug too, with the sweating and the spitting. Yeah, this was a really fun game, guys. And we'll see you guys next week. Should we do some outros?
Or
Yeah.
All right. Let's go in reverse order from how I introduced you. Let's start with Matt.
Oh, sure, yeah. Let's mix it up. My name's Matt. Yes, my name is Matt. I've been playing Swell. And yeah, you can find me online on Instagram at MKHottie and Twitter as well. I'll put up the, where is it? So you can get all our information. And yeah, that's me.
All right, Caitlin.
Thanks for tuning in. I've been Caitlin playing Zip. And if you want to see some fan art of the game, then you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
All right.
And I'm Boya. You can check out my stuff at Boya_Sun on Instagram. And thanks for watching. I'm playing Bug.
And I'm Priscilla. I've been playing Eve Boreal, and you can find me on Twitter at Autumnflame, which I think is actually on the little box down there. And I will be streaming on my own channel on twitch.tv/PriscillaKin in about half an hour for a couple hours, just doing some more drawing. So maybe some
Awesome.
painting.
And I'm Brian, and today I'm going to plug something I have on itch.io. If you guys have been enjoying the riddles that I've been doing, I'm going to do a little ad for my Mastering Riddles, Puzzles, and Mazes book, PDF that you can download and learn all about how to put puzzles and mazes and stuff into your own games. Magical
cool.
marker itch.io. Just look for those things, you'll find it. We'll be back next week with another adventure, seeing where they get in the jungle, some bushwhacking, some tree eating adventures. And until then, may you be quick on the draw as we are with your imagination. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.